are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. You are blessed peace. Blessed peace is all that you are. You are blessed peace. Blessed peace is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. You are deepest joy. Deepest joy is all that you are. You are deepest joy. Deepest joy is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. Sacred love is all that you are. Sacred love is all that you are.
Wow, you know I love that song. So we're going to take a moment, please be seated, and recognize our first-time guests. So if you're here with us for the first time, I know this is kind of hard to be put on the spot, but I just invite you to raise your hand, and we're going to give you a packet of information about Unity of Louisville, about the Unity Movement, and a candle. We have some up front. Just keep your hand raised up so people can see you. And we just want to share information with you and let you know that you're welcome here. And the candle is a reminder of your time here with us, and also to remind you that you are a light in the world. And we invite you to listen to the service today, take what resonates into your heart, and create it into your life. And anything that doesn't resonate within you, just leave it here, and we'll clean it up after a while, okay? So let's welcome our first-time guest, please. And now we're going to greet each other, and we're going to greet each other in love and respect. And so if you're not comfortable with hugs, I suggest you put your hand out. And those that have their hand out, we acknowledge the hand, and we shake the hand and not go in for the bear hug. And if you love hugs, we do too, so just know that you'll be enveloped in love. So let's greet each other.
Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a holy place. the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place, such a holy place. You are sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love is all that you are. Sacred love is all that you are. Sacred love is all that you are.
I was looking for you, James. I didn't know where you'd wandered off to. Now we're going to do our affirmation together this morning. One moment, please, while James has a seat. Today we're looking at our core value of spiritual journey, and we're going to affirm together. We are on an ever-evolving spiritual path. We claim our oneness, and that is so very so. And now, as we move into our Lord's Prayer, we know that we'll have a moment of silence after the service as our oneness blessers, energy workers, and chaplains surround the dome and share their love and light with each of us and the world.
O heavenly Spirit, who in love abideth, we worship thee, we praise thy holy name. Teach us thy children evermore to love thee. Thy will be done in earth as heaven today. Teach us thy children evermore to love thee. Thy will be done in earth as heaven today. Oh, give us grace to meet the coming morrow. Forgive our debts as others we forgive. Thou leavest not thy children in temptation, and from all error thou deliverest us. Thine is the kingdom, thine the power and glory, world without end, forevermore. Amen.
And so it is. Amen. The daily word for Sunday, July 22nd, 2018 is time enough. The affirmation is, I have time enough for prayer, rest, work, and pleasure. At the end of a busy day, do I focus on appreciating what I achieved, or do I berate myself for those tasks I have yet to accomplish? The attitude in which I started my day had a great deal to do with the ensuing results. I create each day's experience through the choices, large and small, that I make as the day unfolds. My storehouse of divine energy keeps me mentally focused. With a positive attitude, I affirm I have time enough, wisdom enough, strength enough, and energy enough to do whatever is before me this day. As confidence in my creative power grows, I become clearer and calmer in each choice, and my day perfectly expresses my new consciousness. And the Bible reading is from Mark chapter 1, verse 15. The time is fulfilled, and the kingdom of God has come near. I have time enough for prayer, rest, work, and pleasure. And so it is.
There's a light that shines in each of us. There's a light that shines, and it shines with love. There's a child that smiles in each of us. There's a child that smiles, and it smiles with love. There's a song that lives in each of us. There's a song that lives, and it lives with love. There's a light that shines in each of us. There's a light that shines, and it shines with love.
Taking a deep breath and slowly letting it out. All the tension leaves our body. Shutting our outer eyes, we welcome stillness as we rest our thoughts. Slowly breathing deeply in and out, relaxing into oneness with Holy Spirit. I am Christ consciousness. I am peaceful. I am peace. I am guided. I am guiding. I am loved. I am love. I am forgiven. I am forgiveness. I am joyous. I am joy. I am blessed. I am blessing. I am successful. I am success. I am one with all in the silence. I am knowing. I am knowledge. I am alive. I am living. I am healed. I am health. I am strong. I am strength. I am abundant. I am giving. I am receiving. I am enough. I am eternal. I am Christ consciousness. I am.
When a seed lies beneath the ground, the sun shines bright and the rain's pouring down, but in the darkness it seems nothing is found. But there's one thing that every seed knows: if you stretch toward the light, you will grow and grow. God is all the life that we see, even more life than we can conceive, and it is our life to live as we please, create what we want through what we believe. Oh, it's our life, yes, it's our life. God is the life in a seed, and God is life through me. When the wind blows and the lightning strikes, I stand tall as a tree, and with all my might I bend with the breeze. I do not fight, I remember the life of a seed, and God is the essence of me, of me. God is all the life in a seed, even more life than we can conceive, and it is our life to live as we please, create what we want through what we believe. Oh, it's our life, yes, it's our life. God is the life in a seed, and God is life through me. God is life through me.
Thank you, Dana. That was just absolutely lovely. And it's the truth of it. God is life. And last week, Jerry spoke about the being and the oneness that is life, and did a fabulous job. And if you weren't here last week, I suggest you look it up online and either view it or listen at least to the podcast, because it was truly a wonderful message. And I just want you to know that we had the oneness group here, and they were so very touched by this community. And not just the talk, the music, the people. They're like, there's no other place like Unity of Louisville. And the energy and the love that is here, it just radiates. And I wanted you guys to share in that, what they shared with me, that we're truly a special community. And we're really unique, even in the Unity movement. And so that's because of you. So I want you to acknowledge yourself and give yourselves a great hand for that. And Jerry, that was the first time Ryan had heard you talk, and he was like, oh my gosh. So just know that. So today we're talking about our thinking, and that our thinking makes it so, right? Our thoughts are that creative expression of everything that we do, whether our thoughts are darkness or whether our thoughts are good and light. We're born We're born into the world taught to use our five senses, right? We learn how to see, and we learn how to perceive things through our vision. We learn how to hear and how to listen and how to be disciplined through our hearing. And we also learn through touch and smell. And that's how we grow. And then that mortal mind is what Emily Cady calls it, the mortal mind, our five senses. And this is the book that we're talking about in this series. And so that mortal mind is that physical essence that we grow into and come into the world with. And it creates the reality for us that we can see and touch and feel. And it's real, and it's true in that mortal mind. But then we all start seeking something, right? And most of us seek something outside of ourselves. How many of you did that as you grew up? Okay, yeah. We all seek something, we don't know what we're seeking. We're wandering through the desert. We're trying to figure it all out. And so we're seeking. And that's good. And it's not outside of us. That's what we learn. We learn that the kingdom of God is within us. And that those seeds that are planted, let me see if I can get over to Jesus' parables. I love technology. And of course it didn't go where I had it planned. Okay, so the parable of the sower. So Jesus tells us that the kingdom of heaven is within us. And he tells us that a farmer went out to sow his seeds, and as he was scattering the seeds, some fell along the path. And the birds came and ate it up. And some fell on rocky places where it did not have much soil. And it sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched and they withered because they had no roots. Other seeds fell among the thorns, which grew up and choked the plants. Still, other seeds fell on good soil, where it produced a crop. 100, 60, 30 times what was sown. Whoever has ears, let them hear. And so all of us have these thoughts that are planted in all types of soil. And sometimes we're going outside of ourselves to the ones that are in the rocky ground, or at least for me, I have, that are in the rocky ground and they have no root. And I'm trying to make this work. And it's like I keep hitting my head against the same wall over and over again until I finally realize, oh, wait a minute. This is not the seed that I want to grow, right? And so then I go over to the other seed and try to figure out if that's it. And sometimes I get so busy doing and looking for the seeds that I forget to be. Anybody else ever experienced that? Yeah. I mean, just this last 2 weeks, I noticed that on 2 days I overbooked myself. I had myself scheduled to be 2 different places at the same time. Anybody ever done that? It's not the normal for me. I'm very conscious of allowing myself time to do what is mine to do, and yet at the same time allow myself to regenerate. And that had not happened in the last couple of weeks. And I was like, wow, this is interesting. I wonder what this is really all about. And I noticed that, you know, the anxiety was coming in because I'm going on vacation. I'm going to go visit Mama. And so I was trying to get everything done. And finally, I realized last week, after having a conversation with Pat on the phone, I'm like, you know, this is crazy. You need to stop. Because it's just not that important. You know, what is important in my life are my relationships with people. And that includes everybody in here. And I need to make sure that I am honoring those relationships in a way that's healthy for me and for them. And so I really acknowledged that this week, that I can't do everything in the time frame that my brain, my ego, thinks it needs to be done in. So I really just took a breath and said, okay, let's take a moment and figure out what's really important that needs to happen so that I can go on vacation in peace. And I think I figured that out. And so I bless you, Pat, for helping me through that one. Let me get back over here to my little notes. And so as Jesus taught us, you know, there's all this stuff outside of ourselves. And we have to figure out what really matters. And it's going to be different on a different day. There's going to be different seeds that pop up and that want to grow in us. And we just allow it to grow. And when it's done growing, we acknowledge it, we bless it, and we let it go. Right? Because that's the lessons. Always in life, it's allowing it to grow, allowing whatever it is that we chose to do, even if it wasn't what we thought it was going to be like, even if it wasn't good for us, we just acknowledge it and bless it for the experience that it was, instead of, oh, I did it again, you know, and creating all that angst and worry and whatever you guys do. I know what I do. When life doesn't go the way I think it should. So allowing that just to be, and to be in that oneness of it all. So as we grow, it gets really tricky. I like that word, tricky, in my life. And I realize that the truth with the big T is not tricky. If I allow myself to be in that place of oneness, as Jerry was talking about last week, if I allow myself just to be, there's no challenges. There's no tricks in it. It just kind of flows. It's when I force things with my ego and let the shadow work not necessarily settle down, that I seem to get into trouble. And then acknowledging that, that even though the ideas that I had and that I was creating grew, but really wasn't fulfilling me, that it's okay. And allowing that just to be. And what Emily Cady talks about is thinking using the universal mind, which is the God mind, the divine mind. So using that sense to go within ourselves to that kingdom that is alive and alert and awakened within us. That's where the universal mind is. That's where the truth with the big T resides. And it's up to us, especially me, on that daily basis to go within for my own guidance, for that purpose of what is today. As the daily word said, I love the daily word, there's enough time. If I set my intention in the morning, knowing what is mine to do for the day, there's more than enough time. for everything, including prayer. It's doing it and being that we teach. And I know I'm singing to the choir here, but the connecting, it's so important for our growth. It's the only way we can truly grow and to do what is ours to do as individuals and as a community. You know, we're having these listening circles, and that's really going within as a community and listening to what's going on within all of us about everything that we're looking at, about all the growth that as a community that we're going to walk through together. And so as we each go within individually, we also do that as this community, this vibrance that's alive, that the oneness people felt last week, and that place of joy that's not found in every other space. And it's not about the physical building. It's about the people. It's about the heart and the love and the energy that each of us bring to this space, to whatever space that we reside in. That's why it's so vibrant when people walk in the door. That's why when people walk through that door, they say, I felt like I came home. And the tears flow. It's because of the collective universal mind that exists within all of us. That's the difference. That's why you don't walk into other churches, even unity churches, and feel what you feel here. And it's because of all of you. And I just really, really want you to know that going within, connecting, doing what is yours to do, it shows. It shows up here every Sunday with the musicians creating beautiful music specifically for this service, right? They do it almost every week. We give them the synopsis and they come in with some new song that they wrote last week, and it's beautiful and it's meaningful. I don't know that very many musicians do that in other churches. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they do. I've been to other churches and they're singing the same songs, you know, and that's good. But this place is special and people treat it special. You guys are special. And so thinking and making it as is really all about creating happiness. And Emily Cady says, you know, it's about creating that space where we live our life in joy, in peace. That's what it's really about. And even when we make mistakes, we acknowledge it and bless it on its way. But we live in that space of just joy and love. And it's not always easy, but it is doable. And that's what the thinking's all about. That's what the creating's all about. I don't know about you, but I don't want to create a place that's sad and, you know, anxious. And I really like to be happy. I really like to enjoy life. So creating that which is ours to create. How many of you all are on a path and you know what is yours that you are creating? How many of you are still seeking? How many of you go within? Those that are all of us are still seeking. I got news for you. Even if we think we found what we're supposed to be doing, we are still seeking. We really are still growing. And as long as we're breathing, as long as we're on this planet in this physical form, we will be seeking. But let's seek from within and move it outward instead of seeking outside of ourselves. Because what is outside is good. It's good. it's just not going to fulfill us. The fulfillment comes from within. It comes from creating the I am. I am peace. I am love. I am life. It's all about creating that happiness, that joy. And sometimes, for me, I think, well, am I being selfish? But then I remember what I tell the parents at Resilient Families. You know, we have to put our own mask on first, that own oxygen mask on ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to do what's ours to do before we can do for anyone else. And so that's like my go-to when I'm doing everything, or I call Pat and she gets me back in line. Or I call Mama and say, you know, I'm having this really challenge right now. So I go to that person who I know is there to listen, that's going to hear what I have to say without judgment, without acknowledging the fear that might be inside of me at that moment, because it happens. I think all of us have fears that live inside of us. Some of them, sometimes they're bigger than others, but at some point in our life, we all walk through that dark valley, through those fears. And it's remembering the I am creativeness that we create the happiness that can get us through it. So creating that life of joy, creating the I am of my heart, my mind, and my soul. I am that I am. Just as you are that you are. I love you. I bless you. I behold the living Christ in each of you. Namaste.
I am Creator's creation, my heart, my mind, my soul. One expression of God, a piece, a part of the whole. I am Creator, becoming all that I can be. I am Creator, living a life of my dreams. I am Creator. It never pays to play so small. When you are, yes you are, oh you are a child of God. My inner life is creativity, my source of possibility. Creative life is asking me to believe in my divinity. I am Creator, becoming all that I can be. I am Creator, living a life of my dreams. I am Creator. It doesn't pay to play so small. When you are, yes you are, oh you are a child of God. If doubt and fear come calling, I'll leave them at death's door. Never will I look back as I choose to become more and more. I am Creator. It never pays to play so small. When you are, yes you are, oh you are a child of God. If doubt and fear come calling, I'll leave them at death's door. Never will I look back as I choose to become more and more. I am creator, doesn't play to play so small. When you are, yes you are, yes you are. You can be more and more, more and more. When you are, yes you are, oh you are a child of God. Ooh.
Yep, that's what it's all about. Child of God, being the creator. Thank you, Dana. Truly, truly blessed by you. All right, and so now, as our ushers come forward, we're going to take our gifts, our love, into our hands and just infuse it and just see all these gifts multiplying, serving this community in love together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And if you're joining us online, please go to our website, unityoflouisville.org, and make a donation. And now, if you'd like to make a donation by credit or debit card, we do have a card reader in the back. So I forgot to say that. So we'll do that now as we do our prosperity affirmation together. We are good stewards of divine abundance. We give and receive with gratitude. And we're so very thankful for these gifts of love. And we see them flowing in and through each of us and in and through this community, going into the world to do our mission, to transform lives through love. And we bless each gift and the givers. And so it is. Amen. A couple of announcements that the youth and family would like me to make. First off, on Wednesday of this week, if anybody wants to join them to help clean up and put away some of the stuff that's left from summer camp, they will be here on Wednesday and would love to have your assistance. Just getting things cleaned up and put back in place. Also, we have an opportunity if anyone wants to join the nursery staff at the 11 o'clock service. On the first and second Sundays, we have some positions that are coming open, so please see Dottie. She is looking for some assistance in the nursery the first and second Sundays. Not sure if it's raining out yet still or not. If it is raining, Unity of the Park won't happen today. If it's not raining at the scheduled time at 2, then I will be there. So if you want to join me, if it's not raining, come on. We have listening circles today after the service in classroom 6. Please join me there and the board and any staff that's going to be there. On Saturday, we have the Feast of the Magdalene. And Faith Hoover's doing that in the chapel from 10:30 to 12. The picnic's coming up, so make sure you mark your calendar. Saturday, August the 18th, we have a community picnic at the Brocious Farm. Thank you, Deb, Bob, for hosting that, and Ann, and for hosting that for us. It's always a lovely time. If you haven't been, I suggest you come out. It's a good time. We are also going to start having Conscious Family Connections on Sundays after church for families. It's for family units together. We'll be doing a reading stories and talking a little bit for the first 30 minutes, and then we're going to split up into age-appropriate activities and experiences. So the adults will stay together and do adult work, and the children will go off and do children's work around the concepts of conscious family connections. So join us for those, starting on Sunday, August the 19th. So now, that's it for now. Please stand for our prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all's well. Now for our peace song.
Namaste, y'all.